everybody, Tammy here with you today for another episode of What Can You Do Wednesday with Flying Unicorn. I'm going to go over a process with you that I found to be very cool. I've recently been on a tutorial site, Pop to Colors, and I seen them using a really cool thing. I thought, gave me some ideas on some different things that you could do with it, and I'm going to share with you today one of the ideas that I thought would be cool with being able to use this cool medium. And what it's called is Art Masking Fluid. That's what the bottle looks like. It's in the Flying Unicorn store. What I'm going to do, have you ever thought about using your stamps instead of a stamp as a mask? And that's what I'm going to show you how to do. You can use this to write with. You can use this through a stencil. There's other things that you can use it through, but I'm going to show you how to use it as to turn your stamps into a mask. And I already have a project that I've already got done with it. Kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about. I was just experimenting with different things. But you can see right here it created a lovely mask in the background. Now it's not a detailed mask. It's not going to show great detail. But it's really cool to just as another item in your background. You can go back over it, do something different. This is just a sample sheet that I have used. But this white area here and bits and pieces of white area here is by using this masking fluid. And I'm basically using it on a white background, but you can also color your background a light shade of color if that's the color you want to pop through. Alright, what you're going to need to do first, what I did, use some Liquid Text Clear Gesso and cover your whole entire sheet with it. Jack's done a wonderful video on the ins and outs of gesso, and I love the clear gesso. It's awesome. So you're going to want to cover your sheet first. I'm just using a art journal book here, but you can use it on your layouts. You can use it on your card making, just different things. Just today is just basically giving you an idea of what this product does. Now I'm going to push this aside for a second, and I want you to be able to see what I'm going to do. I've got one of the Prima masks here that I'm going to take, and it's the Finnabar. It's in the Flying Unicorn store, and you can go pick you up one there. And it's just basically a map looking mask. Okay, so now I'm going to take some of this masking fluid, and I'm going to pour out some of it here on my craft mat, so I can use my foam brush to absorb it and to paint it on my stamp. So I'm going to take it and paint it on. You'll want to take this and quickly put the stamp in water to keep it from ruining your stamp. I don't think it will, because I think it'll peel off, but just in case. And I'm going to go down the center of the project so we can just see what it's going to do. Versus not using it in another area. I might capture some of this on the side, on the edges here. Just to keep from being boring. Now just peel your stamp off and put it in water. Now the next step you're going to do, you want this completely dry. It doesn't take really a great deal of amount of time to dry it, but you do want it completely dry before you start any other processes. Okay, now that that's good and dry, I'm going to kind of straighten my paper out a little bit. Now you're ready to have fun with some mist. No stickiness. It doesn't take long for it to dry. Okay, I'm going to spray my surface down with some water. And starting with some colors over here, I'm going to spray in some blendies. This is saltwater taffy. Alright. Now we're going to go into Heliotrope Purple Plum. I'm just going to get some color laying down here. Okay, I just used some of that. Alright, now, let me give me some more water on here. Alright, and just use some of the Delusions, and then this one's called Bubblegum Pink. Woo! It's a bright color. As I'm going, I'm using water. Alright. As you can see, this is popping through. I'll lay my towel over the top, absorb some of it. Lift back up. Lay my towel over the top. Some more absorb. And lift back up. Now, just for an added bonus, I've still got some pulled over here. I'm going to spray on just a smidgy of the Delusions and Polished Jade. Ooh, boy, don't that look funky. A little bit of water. Now I'm going to take it and I'm going to lift this up and just let the color run. I'll try to turn this around so you guys can see it. That looks cool, right? Maybe just a little bit more. I'll all of the runs. Huh. Well, not the real runs, but so cool. Alright, got that. Now we're going to let this dry. Give this a minute to dry. And we're going to stamp. That's the next cool thing, is you can stamp over it as well. See, I haven't done anything special to the masking. I have just basically left it alone, and I'm just coloring over it. This is a really cool product, guys. I mean, when I first seen it, I was like, oh, this is sweet. Okay. Now, we're going to go back, and I'm going to take some silks in ginger flower, and I'm just going to paint on a little bit of, I don't know, some design, something funky and cool. I don't know. Keep on wanting to do this. That's neat. And you can see I'm going right over that masking liquid. Not even caring. I ain't trying to do anything spectacular with it. I'm just applying color. Alright. Now back to adding a little bit more water to this. Still want to show the water there, there. And guys, I am just playing. I ain't doing anything specific. I'm just trying to get color on. Alright. Now we got a little bit of that color on. Alright, time to dry it again. Alright, now I am going to take and I'm going to stamp over it. Do a couple of different things here. This is a Creative Embellishments music note stamp, so I'm going to take and ink that up with some archival ink. Okay, got that done. And let's see, what else was I going to stamp on here? Let's use another little stamp by Prima. This one is a photo frame with words written in it. Oh my goodness. Okay. That doesn't fit that block. Alright. Now I'm going to ink it up. There we go. Now I've got some stamping on there. Got that all done. Okay, now here comes the fun part. After the ink from the stamp is dry, your project's pretty well dry. I'm going to give it another shot of heat again just to make double sure it's all good and dry. you can take your fingers and rub the gum off. And all you're doing is just rubbing. See how stretchy that is? It's really good and dry. Basically all there is to it. Now you got a cool background, mixed media background. And it looks like you masked your stamp and you didn't. Alright. Thank you for joining me today and going over this fantastic little medium that's out there. Again, it's called Art Masking Fluid. It's by Winsor and Newton. That's where you'll find it in the Flying Unicorn store. And have fun and play with some. Thank you for joining with me today.